Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Ford of Lawrenceville. Check out this brand new 2024 Ford Bronco. This is the Outer Banks trim in cactus gray. This has the larger 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 in it as well. We have a leather interior, two-tone with black and that roast color, which I think it looks really nice. So we're going to check out this street version, luxury version of the full-size Bronco for the new year, see what it's bringing to the table. So let's dig in. Front end of our Bronco in the cactus gray with the black grille, the white Bronco script right around the front, and right in between the O and the N in Bronco, you got your front forward-facing camera. So we do have the 360 in here. We have LED lighting all the way around on the front, including our fog lamps, front skid plates, and recovery hooks. So they got you covered on the front end of this meaty-looking Bronco. As we come around to our wheel and tire setup now, even though the Outer Banks is officially a street version of our Bronco, they are equipping these with all-terrain tires. So here we go. We have an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, silver accents, Bronco emblem on the center cap. Now, what are we looking at as far as the tires? Well, we got Bridgestone Dueler all-terrain tires, 255 on the width, a 70 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. As we move on out, full-size Bronco, big off-road boxy looking shape. Outer Banks, I like the cactus gray with the removable black roof, and of course we have removable doors. That's why our side view mirrors are attached to the A-pillar up front rather than putting them on the door. But as we move on closer, we got 7.8 inches of ground clearance on the Outer Banks. Outer Banks right there. We got color match side view mirror with LED turn signals. We got the color match front and rear door handles. No chrome. Again, this removable hardtop roof. And up top, as you can see, there's no sunroof, because you got the ultimate sunroof in this thing by taking the whole roof off. Rear end of our Outer Banks Bronco. Again, very flat in the back with this boxy shape. We do have the rear wiper down below behind the third brake light, in and behind the spare. Really small wiper, kicking Bronco on the right. And then we have LED lighting all the way around. We got a tow hook on the bottom left. Our exhaust comes out the bottom right. So it looks good. We're under the hood of this 24 Bronco Outer Banks, and we do have the upgraded power plant in here. So standard Bronco Outer Banks is going to come with your 2.3 liter EcoBoost. This one's been upgraded to the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 engine, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. 315 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, towing capacity 3,500 pounds, MPGs 19 in the city, 21 on the highway, 20 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this Bronco Outer Banks with the 2.7 liter upgrade, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much, because these Broncos can be big dollars. And you're right, they can be. This one, you let me know. I don't think it's crazy expensive, but you let me know what you think. So the base price for the 24 Outer Banks 4x4 is $47,940. Now, this particular one, you got to add in a few options, and they are expensive ones. You have to add in an extra $2,930 for equipment group 314A. That's the Outer Banks series Hilux package, 360-degree view camera, adaptive cruise, heated steering wheel, wireless charging pad, amongst other things. Then we have to add in an additional $2,145 for that 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 engine. Then we have to add in an additional $1,895 for that gray hardtop, molded in color with sound deadening top. Wow. So those are the three biggies that they charge you for here. So that means after you have a whopping $1,895 delivery and destination fee from the Ford Michigan assembly plant, you're looking at a total MSRP from the factory of $56,805. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, we have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The floor mats are in the back of the vehicle right now. That's why they have this plastic down to protect the carpet from people test driving this vehicle. Seating wise, power seat with lumbar for the driver and the front passenger. And here are the leather seats. We have the roast color, the ebony color, and now we have blue stitching on the ebony, and we have brown stitching on the roast. So I really like how they did these seats. We have the bucking Bronco right here embossed into each front seat. The headrests are nice and soft, bolstering nice and forgiving. A really well done interior. Okay, our door panel, we do have the two-tone action. So the black up top is hard plastic, and then the roast color is soft touch. We got the chrome on the door handle, flat black on your door locks, and then a soft armrest, flat black on the grab handle. We do have a cargo net there, but these doors are removable, so therefore that's why you don't see the power window controls on the doors. Now, as we move over to our dash, we have soft touch up here. Over and above that, on the top of the dash, you do have some areas where you can lie maybe a couple of phones in there, get them out of the way. And then we have this gray trim that says Bronco, and I do like the heat and air vents, and the one on the end is recessed in, but you have a grab handle there for when you're rocking and rolling in this Bronco and your front passenger needs to hold on. And then down below, we do have a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, we have a fully integrated landscape version of Ford's Sync 4, 12 inches, which I like, and we do have super responsive to your pinch to zoom. We have dual panel action, of course, on here as well. And we go to our audio, and we're going to get our Sirius XM as well as our other radio stations. And we got our phone. We can add a phone, Bluetooth to phone. We can go to our nav, and we can get that action going. Or we can bring the radio to the left and take the nav to the right, depending on how you want to do it, or vice versa. So I do like how they have that set up. And then you can go through the dual panel by using these buttons down below and bring up what you would like to see. So that's a nice feature. Over here on this side, you can go ahead and then change it to a swipe feature on what you may want to see. So I do like how versatile they have this set. Now when we go to reverse, nice large backup camera with the 360 degree view and the trajectory with the toe center line. So really well done. You can go in here, you can change how you want your views to look, whether you want the whole view. I love the way it takes up the whole screen when you go to your close-up view. Really looks good. Or we can do that one, depending on what you want to do. Or we can zoom in or zoom out. So really well presented, using up the whole screen, and uber clear as well. So really well done in this vehicle. We got our apps right here. So there's your wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. You got your overall vehicle settings where you can set up your sound if you want it. You can set up your Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, of course. You can go to your vehicle settings, set up everything you want to set up there. It does have ambient lighting, so you can go ahead and adjust that ambient lighting as far as your brightness goes. So really well done here in the Sync 4, and very, very responsive. And we'll head back to our nav button. So really well done. Here's our push button start right here on the left. Down below, we got dual climate. I'm going to turn this thing down because it's starting to get kind of warm out. And you can sync them together, so that's a nice touch. We have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And there's your heated steering wheel right there, so I like that. Down below, wireless charging pad, USB-A, USB-C. And now, here is the gear shift. It's going to take you through this 10-speed automatic. Leather gator with the stitching. Would have liked to see them do the blue here, because we have the blue on the black over here on the seat. Would have been nice to have the blue in here. But let me know what you think. The GOAT modes right here, and we'll go through those when we go through the dash. And then we have 2 cup holders, flat black, which I like. And then we have our Bronco key fob right here. And there she blows. Lock, unlock, remote start, panic button, Bronco on the back instead of Ford. And then in here, here's where our window switches are going to be and our mirror switches are going to be, because these doors come off. And then we have a semi-soft armrest with some copper stitching now, or roast stitching. And then we have a removable tray and an area for storage. Bronco steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. The Bronco emblem on the horn button. We do have some flat gray to lift up the wheel. Round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of the vehicle. On the left, you have your cruise control, safety suite controls, volume. On the right, controls for the digital dash, telephone voice commands, that kind of action. We don't have any paddles, but here on the left stalk, we do have the controls for our front and rear wiper. And then down over here, we can control our mirrors, we can control our headlights and fog lamps, brighten dim the dash, and we do have a manual tilting. Oh man, this is stiff. Tilting, there you go, and telescoping wheel. I don't think that's ever been used before. Ooh, that needs to get loosened up. And then, as we zoom on in, we got the digital dash action going for the most part. Looks good. You can configure it however you want, which is a nice touch. And then you can get extra information to come up in here that you may want to see when you're going down the road. And there are multiple pages, not just this one. So it is a pretty good looking digital dash as far as that goes. Goat mode action. We spin it to the left. Eco. Then we go sport, slippery, mud ruts, sand, and then we have to come back the other way. So it's not a fully rotation, and then you have normal way over here on the left. So a lot of different goat modes. Overhead console, here you go. There's a spot for your shades. You want your lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button way over here, you leave it off. And then when you open the door, your lighting comes on, close the door, the lighting will dim out. So they got you set up there. Frame rear view mirror, nothing crazy. And then we have our 3 garage door programmables right here on our sun visor. That comes down. We do have a vanity and a light. It does come off and it does slide, and it slides back quite a ways. So that's well done. And then of course up here, we have what they try to put in here is some carpet for a headliner to cut down on noise. And then you have the latches, obviously, to take this roof off. So way cool the way they have this set up. And then on the top, right underneath your rear view mirror, they have some extra action right here where you got your diff lock, you got your traction control off, and your 4-way hazards. Getting in the back seat of our 4-door Bronco, these back doors come off as well. We'll just pop on in. Nice and easy to get into, no problem. Now when I'm in, I got enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". We got the leather all the way down. Seat pocket with the blue stitching behind the driver and the front passenger. And then we have the back here. It says no step. So don't step on there when you're trying to take the roof off. You blast that thing all to hell. Now here we have home power source, USB-A, USB-C, and your rear window controls. So they got you covered there. And the back door panels, same action as the front, same kind of vibe. So I like the fact that they're keeping that consistent. Very well done. And then our rear seats, same with the ebony and the roast leather with the blue stitching on the ebony and the brown stitching on the roast. The headrests a little skinnier, but not bad. They're nice and soft, and they're very comfortable seats. And then we have an armrest here in the center. Really small, though. 2 cup holders, but not much of a spot to put your arm on. But overall, it's nice here in the back seat of this Bronco. I like it. All right, getting in the back of your Bronco, 4-door now. You come to the back and you got the door handle right here, and you just pull it open and bring it on out. And look how wide this baby goes. Way out here, way past the 90-degree mark. Huge area right here. Plenty of room now to get in, and now you can just lift up the window. There you go. You got some struts for that. Looking good. 38.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the back with the rear seats up. Here are the carpeted floor mats, as well as some other accessories that you get. You get tie downs right here, looking good. You get a 12 volt, you get lighting, you can push this up. There's your jack for your spare with some extra storage. So they got you set. You even got some extra storage right inside here. So they got you set. Now to get the rear seats down, you can't drop them from back here. So you're gonna whip around to either side here. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna drop the headrest down and then pull this and drop the seat down. And then you go around to the other door. and you drop your headrest down and then pull the seat down. And now, with this big boxy shape and all the rear seats down, we're looking at 82.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this full-size four-door Bronco. Great storage here in the back of this Bronco. Let me know what you think. Bronco window sticker, here we go. Sorry for the glare, but it's got one of those cloudy days with rain in and out. 24 Outer Banks, cactus gray with the leather. Standard equipment along the top. Option list. Pricing. Total MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Crash ratings. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we got a little pitter patter going on here, but we're inside this Bronco Outer Banks for the 24 model year, and it's really wide open in here in this cabin. Obviously, with this removable roof, you get a lot of echoing. I don't know if you hear that on the microphone in the GoPro, but you get a lot of echoing in here, like big time. And it certainly feels like it's an off-road vehicle. Even though this spec, they're trying to make it more on-road, they certainly make it feel like it's still an off-roader that you could take off-road, even though your ground clearance on an Outer Banks isn't what you would see on, let's say, something like a Bronco Wild Track. I mean, a Bronco, you can go up to, depending on your wheel and tire package and all that other stuff, suspension, you can go up, I think, to about 11.6 inches of ground clearance. Check me if I'm wrong on that, Bronco owners. But this one, certainly not in that area. But the 2.7 liter EcoBoost got plenty of power. It's got a nice grunt to it too, I would say. And a lot better than the 2.3 liter EcoBoost that the Outer Banks comes with standard. But let me know, would you spend the $2,145 that Ford's charging to upgrade your Outer Banks from a 2.3 to a 2.7? I think I'd probably go for it, but let me know what you guys think. But it certainly is a well performing engine, and it really does respond when you put your foot down. But you are going to get, obviously, with the all-terrain tires, you're going to get a bunch of noise coming off the tires. You're going to get a bunch of noise coming from the outside of the vehicle, because you really don't have a lot of deadening in here because this roof comes off, and it's really quite loud. And now, let's step on the brakes, hands off, straight line, no issues, and now we'll take off. Good sound though out of this exhaust on this V6. Like how it sounds. Now we come down the road, on the brakes, turn to the left, heavy roll, obviously not designed to be a race car, but nice steering. The steering is nice and responsive. It's not really vague and light. I'm getting some nice feel to the wheel. It's got a little bit more heaviness to it. It is pretty direct. When you turn the vehicle, it's going to go in the direction you turn the wheel. And I can feel what my tires are doing a little bit as well. So that is a good deal on that. All right, we'll go turning radius on this Outer Banks, but it's going to be wide because we got these big fat tires on here, all-terrain tires, and it's going to be wide. I don't have an official spec, but let's see. And it will get around, so I'm thinking somewhere just under 20 foot on the turning radius on this Outer Banks. So here we go. Let's see how this gets going down the road. you can hear that wind. Woo! We got a brick going through the air. You can hear that wind. But good pickup. And the 10-speed automatic shifting nicely, no issues. So I like this. I think for me, the Outer Banks is probably the way I would go if I went Bronco, just because I'm not an off-road guy. I'm not taking the vehicle off-road. So this is probably going to be set up. Probably wouldn't go all-terrain tires either. And we do have a lot of roll, but it's a fun vehicle. It's nicely appointed, but at 56, 57 grand, is this worth spending your money on? If you want a road going Bronco, let me know in the comments. You go somewhere else with your hard-earned money, namely the Jeep, put it in the comments. But I want to thank Ciocca Ford of Lawrenceville for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Ford Bronco Outer Banks 4x4 with the upgraded 2.7 liter V6 engine. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.